Welcome to our class on solar radiation dynamics. In any book starting from Rudolf Giesler to Radha Krishnamurthy, Basic Principles of Agriculture Meteorology, in any agriculture meteorology book you will find in the solar radiation dynamics, solar radiation is the source of energy that sustains organic life on the earth. Second point you will find is agricultural is in fact an exploitation of solar radiation. From there we start our journey in the solar radiation as far as vegetated surfaces, particularly we the agrometeorologists start with what are the different forms of transmission of energy. Say for example, if you take a vessel like this, tea vessel like this, so the water in this conducts energy in the convection form. Here, if I get some heat, we call it as the conduction. We give the energy. The energy, it goes in the form of radiation without the presence of the medium, with actual movement of the molecules, without the movement of the molecules. From there, we start our learning agriculture meteorology as far as vegetated surfaces, particularly our crops are concerned. Now, see, in the basics of solar radiation, please subscribe to my channel, Agrometeorology, Farmers and Rural Development. There, we studied 4 basic classes on solar radiation. Here, solar radiation dynamics, this is what we are going to learn, because while going into energy processes in the vegetated surfaces, how different crops respond to micrometeorology studies, boundary layer meteorology for agricultural crops or forestry. So these are all the things we are going to cover in the days to come. That's why. So I am interested to just solar radiation dynamics. From where we start is here. See, the sun is the main source of energy. The energy coming from the sun is reflect. There are 3 main components of solar radiation. 3 main components of solar radiation. Number 1 is the reflected. Number 2 is the direct. Number 3 is the diffuse. Diffuse, direct, reflected. These are the 3 main components of solar radiation. Now, as far as solar spectrum is concerned, we have basically 3 bands: ultraviolet band, visible band and infrared band. Ultraviolet band has 9% energy, visible band has 41% of energy, VIV 0 and the infrared band has 41% of the energy, 50% of the energy, 9% ultraviolet, 41% visible. So 0.4 to 0.7 microns, that's what we call the visible. So the infrared, near infrared, far infrared, short wave, long wave. Okay, so why I am telling you that now, you see, once we are getting the solar radiant energy in the direct form, reflected form and diffuse form, again I would like to remind you that these are the solar radiation dynamics. Solar, just like aerodynamics, just like thermodynamics, we conducted. Temperature, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 basics I covered. Advances 1, 2 I have covered. Now, aerodynamics basics I have covered. Like this was solar radiation dynamics. Please note that solar radiation 1, solar radiation 2, solar radiation 3, solar radiation 4, basics I covered there. Here, the solar radiation dynamics I am covering. Now, you see, if you take the diffuse for example, okay, there are so many dust particles. There is some water vapor in the atmosphere. 0.02 to 4% is the water vapor contained in the atmosphere. Okay, nitrogen by weight and volume, oxygen by weight and volume, carbon dioxide by weight and volume. We learned it. Now, if you take the reflectance, okay, what is the reflectance? There are 2 words: albedo and reflectance. Albedo is the ratio between the reflected to the incident radiation total band. We call it as albedo. For snow, it may be 85 to 95. For crop canopies, maybe 18 or 19 or 17. For soil, it may be around 9%. For human skin, maybe 14%, like that. Now, what is reflectance? Reflectance is a monochromatic beam. The reflected to the incident ratio, reflectance we call it as. Now, For solar radiation dynamics to understand, we should know what is the specular reflectance. Yes, specular means it is incoming. It is a specular reflectance. Now, next one is the diffuse reflectance. You see, an understanding of the term diffuse reflectance. Now, here it is coming here, going here, and different angles it goes. Next one is the specular plus diffuse. Specular plus diffuse. Coming there, going in different direction. Of course, in the Gates book, you will find even in the specular plus diffuse combination, you will have 3 more components that I cover in the days to come. Now, see, so far we tried to understand solar radiation is the source of energy that sustains organic life on the earth. Agriculture is in fact an exploitation of solar radiation. Now, what is the solar spectrum? Again, here I would like to impress upon you the 3 bands of the solar spectrum. That is the visible ultraviolet band, visible band, and infrared band was the physiological response of different bands of incident radiation. 8 bands they have divided. Dutch science have different exceptional work. I have mentioned in my solar radiation 1, solar radiation 2, solar radiation 3, solar radiation 4. There I mentioned here. Now, here I would like to impress upon you first the X energy balance. X energy balance. Then I will tell net radiation balance. Now, what is X energy balance? This is the X energy balance. Before that, I would like to impress upon you one thing. When we have an umbrella like this, I used to say several times to my students, direct radiation is falling on me. Direct radiation. Now, what is falling on me is the diffuse reflections, S plus D. That's what I would like to impress upon you. Same umbrella I used to use while explaining El Nino and La Nina. El Nino for hot, La Nina for rain. Of course, and so normally is upwelling. Of course, El Nino when it is too hot, La Nina when it is very rainy as far as Indian monsoons are concerned. I used to say umbrella example. Now here the direct radiation is falling on me. Now it is the diffuse radiation, reflected 3 types. Now see here I would like to just in the solar radiation dynamics you should know one very interesting thing. What is that? So this is the first Earth's energy budget. Earth's energy budget. This is the Earth's surface. Incoming solar radiation 100%. Now what is happening there? When it is coming, 6% is scattered by the atmosphere. Dust to water vapor play an important role. Dust and water vapor play an important role. Scattered by dust and water vapor in the atmosphere. 20% reflected by clouds. Please, this is the scattered. This is that's why I told this umbrella example. Now total global radiation is falling on me. Direct, diffused, reflected, whatnot. So that's what in the first I explained to you. Now, incoming 100% scattered by the atmosphere, reflected by the clouds. Here, reflected from the surface upwards at surface. 4%, 21%, 20%, 6. Total together, 30% is lost to space. Now, in the incoming solar radiation, absorbed by atmosphere and clouds here. Absorbed by atmosphere and clouds here. Here, it is absorbed by atmosphere and clouds. Now, this is 30, this is 19. 30, 19, 49. Now, what is happening to the remaining 51? Absorbed by the Earth's surface, infrared from the surface, 21%, latent heat of flux, 23%, sensible heat flux, 7%. So, this is 51% absorbed by the surface, 49% is 30% lost, 19% absorbed by the atmosphere. So here infrared path, that's why infrared path, solar spectrum, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, near infrared, far infrared, zero point 0.7 to 1 microns, okay, specific elongation effects, 1 micron onwards up to 4, in some books, 3 microns also they say. Particularly these books written by, of course I don't want to name or region, but particularly Western books, they mention up to 3, but most of the works that are done in the USA, we can say that scientists that have worked in USA from UK, they mention 4 microns also as far as shortwave radiation is concerned. Okay, in some books 3, some whatever it may be. Let us forget. Let us take standard. This is what in my books, I have mentioned basic principles of agricultural metrology and technology of agricultural metrology. After referring, this book was written in the year 1994. By referring them, and after that in the year 2001, 2002, basic principles of agricultural metrology, where that time also I have defined shortwave radiation up to 4 microns. So why I am telling is that, see, infrared from the surface is 21, latent heat flux 23%, and sensible heat flux is 7%. If you go to radiation balance, that is an interesting thing what we should know. Here I would like to impress upon you that in the solar radiation dynamics, this is the Earth's energy balance where IR 21, latent heat 23, sensible heat 7%. Good. 30 lost to space, 19 absorbed by atmosphere and clouds, 51 here. So this is what we call it as the Earth's energy balance. Now see, here I would like to just explain the energy balance. Energy balance is written like this. Simple equation, net radiation is equal to latent heat flux plus ground heat flux plus sensible heat flux plus miscellaneous energy. Okay, here very most common in most of the models, first let us see what is net radiation is equal to, okay, latent heat flux, sensible heat flux plus ground heat flux plus miscellaneous energy. This is what energy balance. Energy balance of a crop. For example, now latent heat, the energy utilized in evaporation and transpiration combinedly. Please note, previously Earth's energy balance, the latent heat of evaporation is 23%. Here for any crop, take it for granted for me, I have calculated several times, it is between 80 and 85. Now, A, sensible heat flux, the energy utilized in heat in the air, 8 to 9%. There it is 9%. Now, G, ground heat flux, there it is around 21. Now, ground heat flux is 7 to 8% in the crop. So, here this is very interesting for agriculture meteorologists. We, the agriculture meteorologists, shall understand here one very important thing is that, see, this miscellaneous energy is the energy, okay, for a tree or say for a crop. In this is a crop, this is a tree for example, even a forest for example, you can take a forest. Only for forest, okay, right, like any forest tree. Now, see what is happening is energy balance is concerned. In the forest canopies or in the crop canopies, literature source, even my own experience with my MSc and PhD, and many of my students who have worked on micro and macrometeorological factors on different crops. Here, the miscellaneous energy is, if you take a system, me, take an example, the food I take, the output I come. I give. Otherwise, if a system is there, input is there, processing is there, output is there. Similarly, in the energy balance, into the system of a tree or a forest or anything, whatever it may be, the energy that is stored, is important for agriculture meteorologists, nothing else. What is that? In most of the crop growth models also, it is my privilege, it is my honor, God had given me a great opportunity, I have visited the best laboratories in the world as far as crop growth models are concerned. They are also dry matter of crops. Dry matter of plants is directly proportional to intercepted solar radiation, IPAR, intercepted photosynthetically active radiation, intercepted photosynthetically active radiation. Why I am telling that word here is dry matter of anything, starting from roots, stem, leaves, what not. Here the trunk, here the leaves, here the roots, here in a plant, a small plant of jowar also. Here the intercepted photosynthetically active radiation, IPAR, intercepted photosynthetically active radiation is equal to dry matter, okay, dry matter of plants. That is the basis. Now, if you take previously 2 minutes back, the Earth's energy balance. Here, net radiation balance. What is net radiation? That's why short wave radiation, long wave radiation, all the radiations combined, the ratio between the reflected to the incident radiation, that is net radiation that is available, is partitioned into these 3 components. Latent heat of vaporization, 80 to 85%. A and G, plus or minus 2, 8. Miscellaneous, this is where radiation use efficiency. I have calculated for soybean crop by taking 5 varieties. For 24 dates of sowing, I have calculated 2.7 or 2.8 is the radiation use efficiency. So, okay, why I am telling is that we are interested in this miscellaneous process, that is the energy balance. Now, before I conclude our class, I would like to share with you an interesting diagram here, figure. Otherwise, what is this? An idealized absorption of a leaf at various wavelengths. See, you take this for example, you take this particular leaf, you take it. It is an idealized absorption of a leaf at various wavelengths. Just don't laugh at me. What is wavelength also? I am interested to tell. This is the wavelength, lambda. Okay, this is the wavelength. Now, as I said, I am not going into the part of infrared, visible, short wave infrared, long wave infrared. If you take a particular leaf here, this is the leaf, visible part 90% is absorbed. Visible part 90% is absorbed. Visible part is up to between 4 and 7, 0.4 to 0.7 microns, VIBZYOR. Short wave 700 to 3000. That's what I was telling. In Western books written by, of course, even in Russian, undivided Russian books, Rudolf Gizer, all these people, they mention it 4000 here. So 0.7 to 4 microns. But anyway, let us see, this is 3000. In my books, I took 4000 as the basis. Now, up to, see, after that, near infrared, far infrared, radio waves, TV, water, different waves are there. Here, again 90%. Long wave infrared. Long wave infrared. This is the short wave infrared is less. Short wave infrared, this is 90%. Visible 90%, short wave infrared is less, long wave infrared is more. So, this is what in the first class of solar radiation dynamics I would like to tell you. Thank you very much. We continue in the next class.